From boudin to the best burgers Acadiana has to offer. It's the Lafayette Food Junkie Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL.
Welcome back to the Lafayette Food Junkie Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL. I'm your host, Tiffany. Here we talk about all the food happenings around Acadiana. If you like food, tune in. You might learn something new. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We were off air last week. We did a recorded show because I was supposed to be going to an event in Alexandria that unfortunately got canceled due to the tropical storm that didn't happen. So I got a nice, relaxing Sunday in bed, and I actually got to listen to the show, which is always a weird experience to get to listen to the show live. It is the Sunday before the 4th of July. It is super hot outside. We're going to be talking barbecue a little later in the show with No Good Sons BBQ, and we'll give you some ideas about barbecuing at home for the 4th of July. I'll be giving you some cocktail ideas that you guys might want to try out at home. And before you get into the barbecue, maybe as a prep for all that greasy, fattening meat you're going to eat, we have Patricia and Sammy with the Beet Juice Bar that are going to come on, and they're going to be talking about juices and what they have in store for us. So I've been off the air for 2 weeks, so I have a little bit to talk about with you guys. First off, Viva La Waffle gave us a little teaser last week. They posted for the first time in probably 2 years, and it was just a video of them turning on a waffle iron, which led everyone to anxiously believe that they were going to be returning soon. And sure enough, Viva La Waffle is making their triumphant return tomorrow night, July 3rd at Pop's Po' Boys from 5 to 9. You can go and check out everything that you've been missing from Lafayette's favorite food truck. And I cannot even imagine how crowded it is going to be because so many people have been commenting on that post. So they're super excited that that's going to be coming to us. Also, Charity Case is a new bar that opened up in River Ranch. And if you are a fan of the Barrel in Broussard, if you love the cocktails that were there, well, you can go to Charity Case now because the bartender that created all of those cocktails is now at Charity Case, and many of those cocktails are gracing the menu there. And they have a really neat concept. So what they do is every month they take 2 charities, and for every cocktail that you purchase, you get a drink ticket, and you can vote. And at the end of the month, whichever charity has the most votes, they give a percentage of their profits for the month. So for the month of June, it was Habitat for Humanity, and it was the Humane Society. So it was kind of cool. They also have rosé. So for any of you out there that have been not wanting to go to New Orleans to get your favorite rosé wine beverage, you can get it over there. And ladies' night is on Thursday nights, and all of the drinks and food are half off. So that would definitely be the time to go and check it out if you are a female. Or if you're a guy, bring your female friend and have her order the drinks for you, and then just do it under the table that way. I checked out Hot Food Express this past week. They are always a wonderful choice if you are balling on a budget. I got the week special, which was the Bang Bang Shrimp over the fried rice. 3 servings of food, and it was $8.99. So I lucked out on that, and it's always delicious. And then a friend of mine was telling me that you can get the kids size version, which is usually like $5.99, and it's also still a good size portion of food. So if you've never checked out Hot Food Express, you guys really need to get over there. I want to congratulate Dusty Lachele with Crawfish Town USA and Cochon Cannery. He is one of the small town chefs for the 2017 season, as well as Chef Hardette Harris, who is from my hometown of Minden, Louisiana, and we interviewed her on a previous show. So I'm super excited for them, and I'll be going to the award ceremony in Baton Rouge in August. If you guys want to check it out too, you can go to the Country Roads Magazine website, and you can get information on ticket pricing and the day of the event. Also want to give a congratulations to Chef Ryan Straha with Dark Roux. He is part of the 2017 Chefs to Watch team. I know that they've been doing amazing work over there, and they're finally getting recognized for it. And we have a Lafayette chef on the 2017 watch list 2 years in a row. So go Lafayette. All right, we are going to take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to have Patricia and Sammy with the Beet Juice Bar on to talk to us. So come back to us. It's the Lafayette Food Junkie Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL.
And now, we talk about food. It's the Lafayette Food Junkie Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL.
Welcome back to the Lafayette Food Junkie Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL. I'm your host, Tiffany Deku, and joining us now is Patricia and Sammy with the Beet Juice Bar. Once a month, we've been having a local vendor from the Lafayette Farmers and Artisans Market at Moncus Park, and a little segment we like to call Meet the Vendors, and they are joining us now from the Beet Juice Bar. Thanks so much for coming on tonight's show, guys.
Thank you so much. We're delighted to be here.
Okay, so when did you guys get your start? What made you decide that you wanted to get into juicing?
Well, we started this about, I guess it's been about 8 years already, and got to start with clients that I worked with individually and decided to go out to a farmer's market, and every time we brought juices, it was always very well received. We always sold out, and every week it just grew and grew. So we've been doing farmers markets for about 8 years now. For a while, we did 2 farmers markets, but then we also have a storefront location. So we've had our storefront location for about 4 years now, and it's on Cully Saloon. So why did we get into juicing? I am a board-certified holistic health counselor. So working with clients, the biggest struggle in trying to maintain health was people understood what they needed to do. They just needed an easy tool to get there. So juicing, and then we also do superfood smoothies as well. That has provided clients and our Lafayette community with a tool to achieve health in a really easy fashion. Juicing actually allows the nutrients to go into your body within 15 minutes.
Wow.
So a lot of people aren't used to eating vegetables, and we've tweaked some recipes. We've always usually got a little bit of apple or something sweet going in, so it makes it really easy. Each bottle contains over 2.5 cups of fruits and vegetables. So just a lot of goodness going in, and it goes in really quickly and helps people achieve health or get back from a really unhealthy state, get back to a healthy state. As a board-certified holistic health counselor, I am able to, we can look at the juices, look at if you're on a certain medication, we'll look at what your issues are, if you have inflammation, and then we can tweak the recipes, make certain suggestions, pair the juices up with your specific health issue that you might be facing.
So tell me, what is the superfood smoothie that you guys do?
Well, what we do is try to pick the highest quality ingredients that we can put in a smoothie.
Okay. So
we actually make our own organic coconut milk. Why do we do things like that? There are boxed versions that you can buy in the grocery store, but they're going to have an ingredient in it called carrageenan, along with lots of other preservatives. So we want to make things with as few preservatives, no preservatives actually. So we make our own organic coconut milk. Now we're taking out the carrageenan and inflammatory. We're reducing every inflammatory that goes into processed food, prepackaged food. So superfood smoothies are going to include lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, chia seeds, coconut oil, coconut milk, hemp, lots of organic protein powders, anything that we can to get you to the highest quality energy. We'll use a product called Brain On E3 Live. We'll add some of that as energy into your smoothies as well.
So you guys have been around probably the longest in the juice market front in Lafayette. In recent years, it's really gained popularity. What have been some of the things that you've noticed with the increased popularity with the type of clientele that's been coming into the Beet?
Well, it's been awesome. Mm-hmm. When we started out initially about 8 years ago, the idea and the concept of green juices and juices with beets and things of that nature was really, people were a little skeptic at first, but once people started trying it, the people that were skeptic 8 years ago are still some of our best customers that I may deliver to 3 nights a week. So gaining popularity, I think it's become very popular. You'll see a lot of, Los Angeles, a lot of New York. It's just become very popular now that, yes, the younger ones are really getting into it. So it's been clients increase daily, those that are coming into the store. So it's been phenomenal.
So, and one of the things that sets you guys apart with the other juice places that have opened up in town is that you're board certified.
Yes, I am a board certified holistic health counselor. We are also organic. What does that mean for juicing and clients consuming? What's the difference between conventional and organic? Well, conventional, they're highly sprayed. Apples are a highly sprayed product. Strawberries are highly sprayed. Toxins and chemicals. Spinach is highly sprayed. So in the juices, because we've extracted the pulp, it's going into your system within 15 minutes. So the nutrients, the energy, all of the goodness is going into your body within 15 minutes, going straight to the cells, straight to the mitochondria. If you were consuming conventional produce, GMO products, genetically modified produce, you are now shipping in, consuming, injecting into your cells toxins and chemicals within 15 minutes. So it's really important, especially, I work with a lot of cancer clients. I've done nutrition classes for Miles Perret Center, Cancer Center for, several years now, many years. And the whole focus of juicing is trying to detox and cleanse your body. So when you're consuming the highest quality organic, and all the nutrients are going into your system within 15 minutes, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to withdraw, detoxify chemicals, not inject them.
So so you guys have the storefront, and then you guys are also at the farmer's market every Saturday. What can they find at the farmer's market, and then what can they find at the storefront?
We will bring juices out to the farmer's market every Saturday, and some of the other items that we might bring as well. But smoothies, we have a lot of food items that are actually in the store. We've started an organic cafe, so we have a food menu now as well. Okay. So we do. We have some. I also have some raw food training. So we have a lot of dehydrated crackers that we dehydrate for about 15 hours. So there you also have living nutrients as well, raw enzymes. So we have veggie crackers. We'll have some food items. Smoothies are really, really big, very, very popular. Smoothie bowls, acai bowls, berry bowls.
See, those are very in right now. Everyone's calling them Buddha bowls. But yeah, do you want to explain what that is really quickly for anyone who's not familiar with it?
So a smoothie bowl, we can take any of our smoothies and it would make it a little thicker, and then we'll top it with lots of just good, healthy bananas, chia seeds, hemp seeds, organic gluten-free granola, just some fun toppings to make it a little bit more like an indulgence. And then, a Buddha bowl, that is going to be, typically they're going to use avocados and lots of veggies and pasta and things as well, or quinoa and grains, healthier grains as well. So great way to get in, just lots of good ideas there.
What have been some of the best-selling juice flavors, blends that you guys do?
Well, the 4 that we started out with, the Vogue, has been our most popular seller for 8 years now, and that consists of kale, cucumber, spinach, celery, lemon, romaine lettuce, granny apple, and parsley. Vogue has been our most popular seller. The next one is Head to Toe. That one's going to have beets in it. Some people frown when they hear the word beets because it does have a very root-like flavor.
I love it, though. I love the sweetness, and then I also like the fact that it kind of tastes like dirt. Yeah. And I guess it's you either like beets or you don't.
Right. And so people ask, why would I want to consume beets? Well, beets are a great liver cleanser and blood purifier. So the Head to Toe has all the greens plus beets plus carrots. So that's a great one as well. That's been probably our number 2 seller. We always have some fruitier ones as well. The Getaway has fresh pineapple, granny apple, and ginger, and that's a wonderful anti-inflammatory. And then the carrot blend is awesome as well. We have so many different juices. We actually will do low fruit, no fruit versions of many of them if you have blood sugar issues or things of that nature going on. So it's always lots of fun. You'll never get bored sampling.
Do you find that the ones that don't have as much fruit in it are a little harder to drink, because I know I've done some at home before that have been straight up veggie, and I couldn't do it. So, I mean, do the clients generally, do they know that going in and they're okay with it, or how do y'all kind of deal with that?
We have samples in the store every day and always out at the farmers market as well. So we'll let you try them and see, but our crowd is usually going to need a little bit of fruit in it. Mm-hmm. But what's interesting is after a couple of weeks, your taste buds,
you'll get used to it.
You get so used to it, and then your body starts craving, the more intense flavors. And what I did not like initially, those are my favorites now. So
I've found that in the past with doing
similar
different things.
to the way we approached Diet Coke and Coke in the old days. Everybody, when Diet Coke came along, everybody knew that they had to switch and didn't like it at first, but after a couple of weeks, that's all you wanted was Diet Coke. So similar routine with the juices.
Okay.
And then when you add it all up, it's organic, it's cold pressed, it's fresh. Then it starts making good sense.
Okay, so people can find you at the storefront, which is off of Colley Saloon.
Exactly.
You guys are at the farmers market every Saturday. Do you guys have specific ones that you bring to the farmers market, or do you post on social media which ones that you guys are going to be bringing?
We try to bring just
the most popular ones.
We come to the farmers market with just a good demonstration of the store, and and now that we have sort of our organic cafe, we get a little demonstration of that, and the juices. Try to keep a good array of the juices, and just try to get people used to the idea, and then invite them into the storefront, and then show them everything.
So where you guys are on social media, so on Facebook, are you guys on Instagram as well, people can find more information?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight's show.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take another break. And when we come back, we have No Good Sons BBQ. So come back to us. It's the Lafayette Food Junkie Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL.
She puts the wow, yum into words. It's the Lafayette Food Junkie herself on News Talk 96.5 KPEL.
Welcome back to the Lafayette Food Junkie Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL. I'm your host, Tiffany Deku, and joining us now is Ronnie Dale Stelly with No Good Sons BBQ. He is no stranger to the airwaves. He used to be on Planet Radio, so I'm sure he's gonna take over and like you haven't been off the air at all. And we also want to thank the Beat Juice Bar again for coming on. They left. They also do deliveries every night, she said. So they left the show because they're out doing deliveries, and they left us some juice to try. So I'm super excited about that. And I also wanted to say that before any of the other juice places opened up in town, I had went to go see them when they were inside of Ready Fit Meals. And I went in, I was real sick. I was like, I have a cold. I need something that's going to help me get over this. And they made something for me. And it was very gingery, because ginger's good for colds. But it was good. It was a good juice. All right. So what made you start No Good Sons BBQ? First off, I have to congratulate you. That is such a good name for a barbecue.
You like that,
place. Right? Yeah. So how did the whole barbecue come about?
The way it started was in 2014. I've done barbecue competitions, and I just was trying to come up with a name. And there's a band I really like. I used to work in 96.5. There's a band called Maylene and the Sons of Disaster.
Okay. And
they have a song called No Good Son. And I love the name, and I was like, No Good Sons Barbecue and Ball. And we were like, remember looking at my wife and I love that name. And she said, oh, it's really good. And then my family was like, no, everybody's going to think your food sucks because of that name. I'm like, no, it's like a twist on words. I think it's going to be good. And finally, we were like, okay, we went with it. So then we went online and we got the logo made. And when I saw the logo, I was like, yep, that's the name.
Well, to me, it's a very bluesy sounding name, and blues and barbecue, it just kind of goes together. So that's what made me feel like it was a great name for a barbecue joint. And Lafayette kind of has a shortage on good barbecue. It's a lament that we say many times on the show. And then you guys came about. In fact, last Sunday on my personal Facebook page, I kind of put a call out. I was like, I really want barbecue. Where should I go? And so many people recommended your place. And you guys are located in Youngsville. So how does it work? You guys don't actually have a restaurant front.
Not right
it's
now.
like a call up and pick up.
We're working on that storefront right now. That's our thing, is to get a storefront. But right now, what you would do is you would call the number 337-315-4670. We are only doing Saturdays and Sundays. We're going to grow as demand grows. And we feel like if we keep doing the food that we're doing, demand is going to grow. To kind of give you an idea of how we do barbecue, we do old school, traditional, slow smoke barbecue. We don't use charcoal. We don't use gas. It's done with an oak fire. It's smoked for 12 to 16 hours. We'll normally do like 2 briskets. We'll do ribs, and we'll do pulled pork traditional. We do traditional style barbecue. We're not making our own sausages because right now we just don't have the facility for it. All that will come when we get a place. But what we want to do is bring real barbecue, real slow smoke barbecue, not done in an electric smoker. Not done in a big smoker that feeds the flavor through a pipe, or is done with anything electrical. Everything is fire based with us, and it's hard work, and that's why we do it, because we want Lafayette to have a real barbecue joint that they can call their own, and that's what we're hoping to become, Lafayette's real barbecue joint that people fall in love with, like I fell in love with barbecue.
So are you serving it wet or dry?
Or
on the side?
Our brisket is served with no sauce. Mm-hmm. Our pulled pork is served with no sauce, because some people like sauce, some people don't.
I'm a sauce person.
Yeah, some people are sauce people, some people aren't. But we make a homemade barbecue sauce that we call No Good Sauce, and we send it with every order, and you're able to dip your food in. If you wanted more, you just tell us and we'll send you more. But because some people are not sauce people, we don't put sauce. And some people are of the belief that if you serve a good piece of barbecue, there should be no reason why it should be sauced, and that's kind of the way I fall underneath. A brisket is like a huge steak. If you cook it right, there's no need for sauce.
See, and I hear it and I understand it, but I still want that sauce, and maybe the sauce on the side, because what I like to do is I'll taste it and then dip, taste, dip, taste, dip. My dad does the same thing with the steaks that he grills at home. He gets really upset when I ask for steak sauce, but I want my steak with that steak sauce. It is a good steak, but I feel like it just enhances the flavor of it. But that's my opinion, and I mean, there are those two camps.
Oh yeah. It's hilarious. Like when it comes to steaks, some people like onions and mushrooms on their steak, some people don't. Man, food is objective. There's really no right or wrong.
Right.
And you can't get militant when it comes to food. So I tell people, look, this is how we cook. We serve both sides. If you like sauce, and it's almost like a political argument. It's like left, right. If you like sauce, we do make a sauce. If you don't like sauce, it's clean. The ribs we do sauce because a rib is a real bland thing, and
Mm-hmm.
we do spare ribs. A rib's a real bland thing, so we sauce it to give it a flavor.
See, and when I like ribs, and so maybe that's where this whole wanting the sauce thing is coming from. Yeah. With ribs, I feel like you do need that sauce.
Like our brisket, I'll tell you right now, I'll give the form. We don't inject our briskets. We don't. Most people will. We don't. I didn't do it when I competed. I don't do it now. I believe if you cook it right, there's no need for that. We don't inject the briskets. And we don't overpower it with all kind of seasonings. There's 3 things that go into my brisket rub. And if you go to our Facebook page and you read it, you'll see the reviews. Like, everybody loves the brisket. I mean, we sell out a brisket almost every time we cook. It's just the way it is. And a good piece of meat can stand on its own. But some people like sauce. There's nothing wrong with that, And we try to cater to everybody. That's our intention anyway.
So for me also, as well as having good quality barbecue, the sides are just as important. What are you guys serving as your sides?
That's hilarious that you say that, because we had that conversation with when we went and we started talking about doing this, and we went to some of the small business associations and we spoke to them, and one in particular, I don't remember the name of it, so I'm not going to even try to butcher it. The person who runs it called us in when they heard what we were doing. And she told me, like, everybody I've spoken to told me, like, it's the sides that make or break your barbecue business. And what I do, like, we do 4 sides, because I'm the type of person, like, I don't want to do anything that I don't do really well. So if I don't do it really well, I don't do it. Like, we're working on a good potato salad recipe right now. We don't have anything that stands out like our other sides do, so we're not doing a potato salad. But we do a rice dressing. The rice dressing recipe, I had to tackle my mother and make her teach it to me. And then we tweaked it and we made it our own. And it's really, if I haven't eaten rice dressing in 14 states, I haven't eaten rice dressing anywhere. And our rice dressing, I've never eaten rice dressing like going sit down at my mama's house and it's that good. And we do a bacon baked bean, where we put baked beans, we put bacon on top, we do some little things to it, and we make it our own. And our people love our beans for some reason. Like, that's one of the items that goes quicker than anything else. Some people will order plates and they'll ask us to fill the plate.
Just all beans.
Fill the plate with beans and put the meat on top.
Nice. Okay.
And we do a coleslaw, and we do what we call cheesy garlic mashed potatoes.
Yum.
So
I saw that on your menu and I was like, yes.
Yeah. And I would have brought you some, but
they sold out.
It sold out. So, but the cheesy garlic mashed potatoes, we use russet potatoes. We peel them ourselves. Everything we do, minus the beans, is basically from scratch. Like we're real proud of the meat, but we understand that we want to do the best sides we can, because I believe firmly that that's what's going to make or break the business is the sides.
I agree, because there are some other barbecue places in town. They're good, but their sides aren't great.
No.
And so, like, the meat's good. So I'm like, yeah. So when I'm, like, deciding on where I want to eat, it's like, yeah, I mean, I kind of want to go there. They have good meat, but their sides aren't that great. Or you'll have a place that has good meat and good sides, but they're not open at night or on the weekends, or on Sundays, which Sundays is traditionally, like, the big barbecue day. That's when all the plate lunch places
We will always be open on Sunday.
Barbecue. You said that was your most popular day that you guys sold out.
Yeah, we open at 11, and usually by noon we're out. Like, people call in orders. People will show up at the house. That story I had told you earlier when we were off air, the lady walked in, and then a dude walked in right behind her and was trying to order food. And I had to look at her and be like, I understand you want everything we have left. Do you mind if I fix this guy
right.
Can I fix this guy a plate, and then you can take everything? And she said, yes. Yeah. So I was able to fix this guy a plate. But, my goal is to be the best barbecue joint in Lafayette. I feel like without a storefront, we're doing pretty good for ourselves right now, because obviously people are talking, and I just want to feed people. I like to see people happy, and I like to see people enjoying food and enjoying themselves.
You guys are very active on social media. You guys are on Facebook and you're on Instagram, so
yes.
People can go and look at the menus there, call it in. You can go pick it up, but you guys also deliver.
Yes.
It's a $5 charge?
It's a $5 flat fee to deliver. We're not dealing with waiter or anything yet, because we want a storefront before we start doing that.
Right.
But our goal is to always be able to deliver it. We kind of want it to be the Domino's of this area we want to be the Domino's of barbecue. But then you also got to understand, like, the quality of barbecue that we're delivering is hands and feet above what anything you can get around here, in our opinion.
And you were saying that 2 of your best salespeople are your son and daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And your daughter is here with us right now.
Yes.
She was wanting to talk a little bit. I was going to put her on the air to see if she wanted to talk. It's Michaela? Is that right?
Michaela Annalise Stelly.
Hey, Michaela, what makes you such a good salesperson for your dad?
I really don't know.
You don't know? Do you think it's just because you're really cute and you're like, buy my dad's barbecue, and it works out?
I guess.
Are you your dad's number one fan when it comes to the barbecue?
Yes.
What's your favorite, the brisket or the ribs?
The brisket.
What about the sides? What are your favorite?
The rice dressing.
Rice dressing?
Literally.
And the beans.
And the beans.
She'll wake up and smell it and be like, You'll see a little head peek out from around the corner. Hey, you got rice dressing?
Do you eat barbecue every day?
Not every day.
Not every day. All right. We are going to take a break. And when we come back, we have more with Ronnie. We're going to talk about things that you guys can cook at home so you can be a barbecue star at your home for the 4th of July. So come back to us. It's the Lafayette Food Junkie Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL.
And now, the Lafayette Food Junkie Show, served up medium rare every Sunday night.
Welcome back to the Lafayette Food Junkie Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL. I'm your host, Tiffany Deku, and joining tonight as guest is Ronnie Dale Stelly with Good Sons BBQ. 4th of July is happening this Tuesday. Maybe you don't know what you're going to cook yet. We want to kind of give you some ideas. The first thing I want to talk about is hot dogs. So for the 4th of July, I very much enjoy grilled hot dogs. How are you on the hot dog front, Ronnie?
You talking about like?
Do you like to grill hot dogs?
Oh yeah,
like any grilled hot dogs.
Oh yeah, I mean,
do you get fancy with them at all, or are they just straight up grilled? And
I mean, if you're feeding a bunch of kids, I like Nathan's. I like National Hebrew hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more high quality, better for your family, better for your kids. Beyond that, nah. Like I don't get too picky about it.
Okay, so here's another question: how barbecued do you like your hot dogs? So there have been studies that the more charred they are, the more not good for you they are. But I'm a fan of the very charred
I like
hot
some
dog.
char on my hot dog.
Yeah.
I don't like them completely black, but to put little burnt marks on them and where you can taste the burnt marks, that's my preference.
Yeah, I like them charred, maybe 3 steps below being crisped, crisp black.
Really close, but not there.
Right. And I like ketchup and mustard, and that's it. Like on a.
I had a son that liked that. And for some odd reason, he fell out of it. Like, he liked ketchup on one side, mustard on the other, and he would flip his lid.
If you didn't do it that
If you
way.
didn't give him exactly what he wanted. But he changed. Now he'll order hot dogs at stores. We'll go to these fancy restaurants where I want a hot dog. But he'll get it with nothing on it. And I'm like, get something, chili, something.
Yeah,
but
just plain.
he's a kid.
So Bon Appetit did a survey of the best hot dogs. They had a panel of food enthusiasts come, and they pretty much every hot dog brand that's on the market, they sampled and decided which one's the best. So runner-up was Hebrew National, which I'm a big fan of the Hebrew National. And I feel like it's a little more costly, but it's not too bad. And I feel like adults will like it and kids will like it too. Like it's kind of like both those points. Because they were talking about as an adult, you want more of the snap, and the kids kind of want it more mushy with their hot dog. So winner of best hot dog, which I have not really seen a lot in town, is Boar's Head.
Boar's Head, like the cheese?
Yeah, and
Really?
they do like the deli meats, like when you go to Rouse's. So I'm pretty sure Rouse's sells the Boar's Head hot dogs, and I'm fairly certain that they're like $10 for a pack.
Boy, I bet they're not cheap.
Yeah, I'm telling you that they are probably $10 a pack.
Yeah.
So maybe a 4th of July special occasion hot dog.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get the Boar's Head though and check it out if they are saying that it's so much better. I mean, it was like Hebrew National was a close second. Like it was almost neck and neck with those two, but Boar's Head with the natural casing.
Now, is that the Boar's Head? I've seen sausages. Is that like
it's the same? It's the same thing. Like the Boar's Head. Like if you go to Rouse's, the brand of deli meat that they serve in the deli that you can go get sliced is Boar's Head. So I'm fairly certain, like if you go to like the cold section where all the hot dogs are, they're gonna have Boar's Head there, and they do make sausage and they make like cheese and all of that.
You mean tell me they did a survey around here and Richard's didn't win,
right?
Or Savoy? Man,
well,
like,
if they made hot dogs, I've Richard's doesn't make.
Let me tell you something. Some of the best memories I have is going to these little backwoods country stores. Like we had a hunting lease, and I'm really not a huge hunter. And we had a hunting lease when I was growing up, a duck lease out in Grand Chenier, and we used to go over the bridge, and Stella's Grocery was right there on the right in Forkett Island. And we'd stop there, and we'd get a what they called a hot link in a bun, and it'd be a piece of sausage in a bun. That's some of the best memories I've had. So if I'm gonna do that, like hot
You're
dogs,
gonna do hot links.
I'm gonna do some hot links
instead of a hot dog.
Even like what's crazy, if you throw that out the window, try doing like boudin and doing it like a po' boy.
Boudin on a grill is a beautiful thing.
It is,
and so is sausage. Like
and
I love sausage.
people don't grasp that when you do a boudin on a grill, that casing snaps. Mm-hmm. It's not like eating boudin from a rice cooker. Like where it's pulling and you got to pull at it and you got to bite at it and it's tugging like gum.
Casing is like...
It snaps.
Right.
So if you want something unique this July 4th, anybody listening, listen to me. Put some boudin on the grill and put it far away from the heat and watch it. When it turns a little brown, pull it off and put that on a bun and see what happens.
Do you have a favorite boudin place around here?
I like Chops.
Yeah.
I'm going to be straight up. Like I've eaten everywhere. I've eaten Best Stop. And I'm not saying anything negative about anybody. I'm going to say that if you ask me if I want boudin where I'm going to go, Chops? I'm going to Chops. And it's because the first time I tried it, I was like in love. I love Chops. It's the right spice. And they're not paying me to plug them. I love Chops.
Whenever my friends used to do a 4th of July barbecue, and I would always bring moonshine and boudin, and I would always stop at Nunu's because they're my favorite boudin place. Yeah. And I would get him to put it on the grill. And that was like always the best. People would like, he'd take it off the grill, we'd cut it up, and like we'd be eating on it while the rest of the meat, and like it would go so fast. And I don't know. Like, I feel like people should know to do that, but I guess they don't really think about it.
We take the boudin and we put it on the pit. Now, this is not when we do what we do. But when we're grilling like hamburgers, you're grilling. You're not smoking. You're not really barbecuing. You're grilling. When we would do the hamburgers and stuff, we'll put the boudin on the side, and it really doesn't last. And I'll tell you right now, we take our sauce, and we'll sauce the boudin with our barbecue sauce while it's grilling, and it'll turn it dark and make it almost look like a piece of sausage. I love boudin on a grill.
Yeah. So another important thing for the 4th of July for me is cocktails. When I went to the farmer's market this past Saturday, Prudhomme had watermelons. So I decided I was going to make some watermelon cocktails. So a lot of people suggested watermelon margaritas, which I don't have tequila, so that's not happening. But if you have tequila, get yourself a watermelon, puree it yourself, go above and beyond. It is so worth it. I'm going to be doing a watermelon basil cocktail. So basically, I'm going to take the watermelon, cube it up, blend it, put it through a strainer to get all the seeds and everything out. So you'll be left with the juice. I'm going to put that to the side. And then I'm going to be making some basil simple syrup. So a bunch of basil. If you think you have enough, get more. And you're going to do 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, bring it to a boil, put the basil in, let it sit there for a while. Then you're going to strain it and let that simple syrup cool for at least an hour. And then you're going to combine that with gin. So do 3 parts the watermelon juice, 2 parts the basil simple syrup, and 1 part gin. And you can garnish with basil, and you have yourself a refreshing watermelon basil cocktail for the 4th of July.
I'm going to need your address.
Using using fresh watermelon and local watermelon at that. I'm thinking about doing that something with the cantaloupe that I have too, and I've been wanting to do like aqua frescas. I saw
a cantaloupe vodka sorbet online the other day.
Interesting. Okay.
And they made a sorbet and they mixed it with